of mastery. It is called a turning point. According to me, I say it clearly, it was a turning point that has led us to less democracy and to a less efficient European Union, despite the fact that the treaty is celebrated as the source of the single currency, and therefore it's beautiful for that reason. But what the Maastricht Treaty mostly did was taking the wrong decision as to the allocation of the new common missions that were to be added to the building up and completion of the integrated economic market. We need a decision of the European Parliament on matters like this. We need, I'm convinced of it, some more role of national parliaments as the Lisbon Treaty provides.
Le rôle du Parlement européen est décisif. Il sera et devra se sentir investi des responsabilités premières visant à apporter à l'accomplissement les processus démocratiques pour la réalisation d'une idée de la démocratie qui soit véritablement effective.
When people go to vote for the European Parliament, they don't elect a government. It's no drama. It's a very cool system. It's a soft system. There is no dramatization, there is no personalization. After the election, everything continues more or less the same thing it is. You don't choose a government, you choose a parliament, but so what? What does this parliament do after that? They don't choose a prime minister. The prime minister doesn't exist. And the closest thing to a prime minister, the closest thing, the head of the commission, well, it's a matter of in the pastel list of a conundrum of the members of the council. With Lisbon Treaty, the Parliament will have nothing to say, but the image that the Parliament doesn't choose a government remains deeply in the mind of the European people. So, if we want to enhance European democracy, we have to add some drama.
And let me just make two small proposals. I come back to the electoral system. A gain in European democracy would certainly, if one day, it has been tried since 1964, if one day we could develop a real uniform electoral system for the European elections. I don't want to get into the electoral debate. Last remark and second proposal, I think, in line with Josep Borrell's remark, direct election of the President of the European Union could be also an enormous step forward for European democracy.
Try to reconnect with the discussion we had earlier in the morning about the European citizenship. It seems to me that a better knowledge, a better understanding of what people really think of given matters can be sort of tried to be understood slightly better. And I would assume that the development of IT in all of our countries is such that there should be elements of connecting with the people so that we know a little better what they think. There's a big gap between having the people to decide and consult the people to better understand where the world is.
I'd like to remember a proposal which has not been followed very seriously, which was made by Davignon at the time, that in the committees of the national parliaments, especially the committee dealing with international or European affairs, there should regularly be talks of members of the Parliament, not of the nationality of the country concerned, and not only members of the European Parliament, members of the Commission, and officials. And I think this is it's a very pragmatic approach, but I think it has become essential.
In short term, the European Parliament power are reinforced, especially by extending the co-decision procedure to about 90% of the European legislation. In the same term, the influence of the national parliament is reinforced by the mechanism of early warning system. Third, the fact of the European Parliament is to choose the Commission President on the basis of the outcome of the European election was another improvement.
We expect from the next Parliament, from the new Parliament and from the next Commission, for instance, to adopt a new directive, horizontal directive on anti-discrimination. That would be an important step to affirm the European democracy in practice. We also probably need to rethink and to strengthen the role of the European Ombudsman. It is a very useful function, but for the time being has not really made a difference. And probably we should give him or her much more powers.
That is to keep in mind that 27 of the 47 member states of the Council of Europe are members of the European Union. In other words, what you feed into them would automatically, or not less automatically, but hopefully feed into the discussion in Strasbourg as well, and hopefully with a strong political backup. So one of my ideas I would like to throw in the group is basically your ideas don't stop in Brussels.